What's going on, guys? Alright, so this is more of kind of an update video of everything that's going on with the car. So I guess we'll start back here in the back. So done some wiring. It's still a mess. Haven't really, tucked away or anything yet. But got the fuel pump, relays, and wiring pretty much done. Got fuse, got everything going to the switch over here, and I got relay here for the trans cooler that's over in the car, kind of where the stock mufflers will go. Got right here on the driver's side. Got all that wired up. Basically, it's just got one wire lift here off the relay for the fan for the trans cooler. I need to run to it. Just got the trans cooler put in yesterday. Not sure. Y'all seen how I did on the hatch. You see I got the transcooler there. Made my own little brackets and everything. Just bolts in place. So what I did is I used some rib nuts to fasten it, and they work great. Got my lines sort of ran there. I kind of zip tied out of the way to figure out how I want to run them. But I'm probably gonna run the lines up over the trans. I was gonna run it up under, but I don't think that was a good idea. So I'm running up over the trans. We'll have to I will have to get some adapters for it, as the ins and outs of the trans are 6N, and these are 8N lines, as the 6RA was all 8N. But it's no biggie. I'm going to get an adapter to adapt so I can monitor trans temp. Gonna make a video. There's a wiring kind of like a hack I can make work on the Terminator X. Kind of fool it, as the inputs doesn't read anything, doesn't read any ohm readings or anything, as the sensor will be read as ohms to measure temperature. But there's a little hack. I'll probably make a video on that, make it work on the Terminator X, make it read on the Holly sub-engine side of the car. As far as rib nuts here, this is kind of the Amazon package I picked up, I guess about a year ago. I haven't really put it away, but that's what it looked like. It's like a rivet, but it's got threads in it. You can use this tool right here and just squeeze it in place. Love it. Still using the sampler rivets. I got a few left here. I'm gonna do the same thing for the shifter here. I'm gonna put the center console in, see where we need to put it. I already pulled some of these bolts out, and they work with my rib nuts, because I think mine are metric, the kit I got. Yeah, they are metric. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, they're metric. I probably want to pick up a standard kit as well. But what else? Oh yeah, I'm hoping to get the fuel tank in today as well, or tonight. I need to clean it up. It's got like a lot of dirt, crap on it. If y'all remember, when we lost a freeze plug, I think it kind of just glazed the tank. So I'm gonna let it warm up a little bit outside first before we open up the garage, because it's nice and cold for once here in Texas. We'll get that cleaned up, and got my brackets down there. I threw a couple coats of paint on it, and we'll put it in place. And basically, the wiring's already done. We just make the connections. We'll be good there. Got my hose there, run all the way across. Shouldn't have to do any modifications. Should just go right in. Fingers crossed, and kind of just bolts in like we had on the hatch. I got my fuel regulator in the same place, so it all should work out fine. Yeah, she's coming together. Oh, got a water pump on. Got kind of the alternator on. I changed the pulley out on the alternator. Smaller pulley, so we should get a little more amperage at idle. Stock crank, stock water pump, except for pulley. I believe that's a little bit smaller in stock. I have to double check. Well, I don't know what I'm saying. 3G doesn't come stock on these boxes, only the new edge and up. So, what else? That's about it. We got transcooler dipstick in. Not sure cooler, but the trans dipstick in. Coil, got the old coil kit here. Wire ran, go up under the fender, comes out here through 2 rivets in it. This hole is a little bit bigger than this guy here. I forgot what it's called. I'll post it down. But those 3 you can see it's a little bit bigger. I just threw some rivets behind it. Plugs in. Got plenty of space between the coil and the wire. And we just run the wire from the distributor or the dual sync once I get a longer wire, and just plugs right in. I didn't want to drill any more holes into the strut tower. I didn't want to make it any weaker than we need to, because as you know, these cars aren't designed for coilovers. So I just didn't want to drill any more holes, unnecessary holes we don't need to. So decided to put that guy back there, and it works perfectly. Like I said, threw some rivets in it. It ain't going nowhere. Got the relay here for the fans. Once we get the fans in, we'll get that wired up. It's really simple. You got your positive wire. It's a little bit overkill, but it's what I had. 12-volt switch and ground. So basically, the ground wire actually goes to the ECU. So say at for example, I put it at 160 degrees in the ECU. Once the ECU sees 160 degrees, it terminates the ground and it clicks the relay on. And also you're gonna need a 12-volt switch. I don't got it all tightened down yet. Initiates 12-volt switch. Well, yeah, she's coming together. Maybe if everything goes well, we'll get our parts. Probably do a little part run, maybe Wednesday to Summit, and maybe we can get a first fire. I still need to get some fuel. I need to get that old fuel out of that tank. It's got some E85 in it still. I thought I got it drained out, but there's still some in it. But I'll probably do that once we get the tank into the car, everything's level, and I'll just put the battery in it, and we'll click on one of these pumps and drain the excess out. But yeah, guys, she's coming along. Hopefully, maybe, if everything goes well, maybe first start this weekend, if I push myself to do it. Alright, so we got the tank here on the tailgate here. Drained out basically all the fuel out of it. It's going to make it a lot easier to get back into the car. But what I want to do is I want to get it cleaned up. You can see it's pretty dirty. I don't want to really stick it in dirty. Well, it's already out. Go ahead and take care of it now. Get it cleaned up. Got some parts cleaner. I think I might have got some degreaser. I'll have to look. Might just use some degreaser on it. And only hole I really worry about this one right here for the filler neck. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw some degreaser on it and clean it that way. Oh yeah, I need to cap these off so we won't get water down in there. Alright, so got some degreaser on it. Didn't have much to play with, so pretty much just hit the heavy spots that's coating heavy grease, and the rest of it I just knock it down, or I'll just wipe it down by hand. I'm not too worried about getting underneath it, as I'm going to be trying to get up in the car and get dirty anyway from my hands. So I'll let this soak for a few minutes, then we'll hit it with the water hose, and get all this heavy stuff off, and then just wipe it down and rest it by hand. Alright, so got the fuel tank in place. The last owner had a fuel cell in here, that's why there's a hole in the floor here. So what I'm going to do is kind of what I did on the hatch is I'm going to keep the hole obviously, but I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. You can see where I got marked off. The reason why I'm doing that is if I ever need to access these pumps, I can just pull the hat instead of having to drop the whole entire tank if it has fuel in it and all that. And all I have to do is just, take the bolts out off the tank or the hat, pull the pumps out, make it very simple to do. What I'm gonna do is I just got it up in place right now. My trusty transmission stand works flawless. So at least I know where the tank's gonna sit at. I'm gonna just pull up my grinder and just cut out my little spot right there and put it back in place, and we'll put the straps on and we'll go from there. I'm not sure that's gonna cause an issue or not, because I want to say I massaged it a little bit on the hatch. I'll go up underneath it and see what we got going on. Alright, got the fuel tank up in place. Had to make a bigger hole than I really like to do. I think originally the hole stopped about right here, so I had to cut this much more out of it, a little bit up here. But like I said, I only cut this out. Well, it's already been cut out, but the only reason I made it bigger is so if I need to, I can just pull the hat out instead of having to drop the whole tank and everything. Just to make it a lot easier if I need to access the pumps or whatnot. So now just ready to put the straps on. And from there we can get the lines on and see how everything fits up. Everything should fit up good, but we will see. Alright, got quite a bit done. Got the tank in. You can see I had to do some more cutting and all. So probably what I do is I'll probably just get like a plate put over it. Hide that, but I do plan on putting like a board over across here or something, because I like to keep it semi looking stockish. But we'll figure that out on some other time once we get the cars, and driving and everything. Got rest of the fuel lines in. Like so. Got them all the way right up to the front of the engine. Got the return line here going up. Got it in. Nothing's tied down yet, or tightened down. Got the two lines here. You can see it. You can see it or not. The cable goes right across the feed line goes right against the block. Same way I had it on the before on the hatch. So yeah, fuel system is basically complete. Oh yeah, get our fuel cap in. Yeah, pretty much. It's all there. So think next I'm gonna work on is getting this shifter put in. I have everything for it. I need to put the center console in, and I have a center piece right up there. Put there in place, cut that out, probably cut out what carpet I don't need. Obviously I want it all the way down to the bottom of the floorboard there. Get that taken care of, and I think that'd be like the last major big thing to do, I guess you want to call it. Rest is just little crap now. Like, you know, coming back and make sure everything's all zip tight, everything's good. I still gotta work on the charge pipe. I'm probably gonna need a couple clamps. Need to get a part list together. I think I have enough hose for the radiator fittings and everything. Do need to figure out how I want to do the line for the bottom, since it is really close to the downpipe. May have it go, put a 90 on it, come around and go into the water pump. This, I got a line for that. That just gonna cap off. Oh yeah, I need to get a gasket for the thermostat housing. What else? Like I said, clamps. Still need to finish the brakes. We need to prime it. One thing I forgot to do is I guess prime the booster. So I'm going to take the lines off and prime that before we start, you know, bleeding all of our wheels and everything. But yeah, guys, car is coming along. So hopefully this video is not too long. I'm going to end it here. The shifter's going to be on a different video. But guys, hopefully you enjoy the video. Everything that's going on with the car. Really excited. We're getting pretty close to the first fire. We just need to go back over some things, make sure everything's nice and tight. I know some things I'm coming back to are still kind of loose. For example, you know, like these. Simple stuff like that. We'll just have to come back, go over and make sure things nice and tight, and everything. But guys, like I said, I'm gonna wrap up this video here. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe, comment, like. Don't forget to ring that bell, because you won't know I'll get a video. You don't know a video post unless you ring that bell. But until next time, guys, I'll see y'all later.